What's going on, Fortnite fans? My name is Mizzen, and in this video, I'll be dropping Snobby Shores 25 times. Snobby Shores on the entirety west side of the Fortnite Chapter 1 map. It's a pretty interesting location to say the least, and not many people go here. So, to give it a little more love, I decided to drop it 25 times to see if I can improve at the game. And I can tell you this video is going to be somewhat of a good one, so I guarantee you want to stick around and watch the entire thing. And thus, enough of me yapping. I just want to show you game number 1. So here we are, game number 1. A game that will lead to 25 games. Unfortunately, I missed my drop a little bit, but it's alright, I was able to get some shield. Ran over to the farthest house and then started getting a little loot here. This house ain't the greatest house to land out per se, but you know, I'll eventually figure it out. During Chapter 1 and Chapter OG, I've barely been the Snobby, never really thought much of it, so that's actually kind of why I decided to 25 drop this place. Ran over to Tilted and found this guy's dead corpse's loot. I guess the guy didn't pick up the loot or something. Could just be my performance settings and everything, but the shifty shafts textures are not really there when you're on the ground. They're like really meshed or something. You can sometimes even see through the landscape. It's pretty weird. I remember doing this back then all the time. Now you can just slide down these mountains and, you know, you won't take fall damage. At least most of the time you won't. But I kind of treated it like OG. Here you go. This is the first real player fight in the entirety of this 25 drops. I can't believe it. You'll find this issue later down the line that sometimes you just only find one real player in your lobby or something. It is really concerning. Dude had a rocket launcher, tried shooting my build down. He wasn't really successful. The next one he was, and I kind of buffed my shot there. Boogie bombed him, hit him with my tag, 70 damage, but I got pretty embarrassed and forgot traps were in the game, and he boxed me and then trapped me. Like I said, kind of forgot traps were in the game. Game 2 I forgot to record, but I was able to see that and went to start recording again. It's also a problem later down the line you'll see that ARs in this mode suck ass. Yeah, I ran into Tilted, and when you go into Tilted, you'll probably find, you know, a couple people to fight or something. This guy was being real mechanical, though. Thank God luck was on my side, or else I would have been dead. Yeah, I don't live for much longer anyway. Absolute peak dropping music, by the way. Game was kind of quiet. Didn't really run into anybody here. Yeah, trying to snipe people, now I'm at a massive disadvantage and this guy's pretty much got hide on me, and I'm not really experienced with box fighting to say the least, as I've probably shown so far. I pittered and patted around of my builds. Unfortunately though, if you hit it too much, you'll die. I didn't live long to say the least in game 4. I mean, Snobby was pretty boring. There wasn't really any real players here. Ran up and discovered Haunted Hills, and I probably should have dropped this place, I don't really know. I was able to snipe one guy at Loot Lake, or near Loot Lake. He didn't take too kindly to that, so he started rushing me. Fortunately, he didn't play his cards right, and I was able to make him look absolutely clueless here. I shot him through his pyramid, I think. Wanted to see if I can get the old shock of shame kill, and spoiler alert, I don't get it. Took my distance and started sniping people. He just killed the last guy, and now it's a 1v1. I pretty much decided to hide. The element of surprise is pretty cool in Fortnite. While rotating the circle, he let his guard down. I was able to get some massive damage on him, as well as do a side jump shot for a victory royale. Game 5. I actually thought I wasn't going to get a win during this 25 drops, but hey, I got it. Now I got that victory crown, and now I'm trying to go back-to-back wins. Didn't encounter a player until I got to this guy at the middle house, I we'll call it. I don't have much to say here. I really don't. We'll talk a little strategy in Game 7. The house I landed at is the best house to land because it has 5 chests, more than any other house in Snobby Shores. Other houses have like about 3 chests, and the one mansion one that's to the far north has about 4. But this house has about 5, so this house is way more worth it to land at. If this house is taken, then land to the most north one. That's the one that has the second most amount of chests, because it's a big ass mansion, I guess you could say. And then when you're done looting, you can come over to the little stadium place here and farm a little more mats and get a little more loot. I think this place has about 7 chests, so it's not a bad place to land. And then you're near tilted, so you'll probably find someone over here to fight. I'm just gonna skip to the way end game here. Nothing interesting happens. As you see, I literally have 0 kills. This guy didn't see my snipe coming and I was able to kill him. Unfortunately for him, he was low. My next victim would be this guy, or I attempted to kill him at least. He's a pretty good builder though, and almost sniped me there. Started to try and kill him with the rocket launcher and AR combo, but that wasn't really working out for me. And then I got shot down myself. You could say I was being really annoying with the rocket launcher here, and I mean, yeah, I would agree with you. Good luck being opening, so I took that to my advantage and almost killed him. Shot a rocket to try and get this guy off the high ground, and it didn't really work. This pump shot definitely could have ended me there. I would be healing right now, but I don't have any heals. I think I used them all already. So now I'm just holding on to that sliver of hope that both of these guys are going to fumble and I can get the win here. Honestly, if I had healing, I probably would have won. The guy who killed me lost, so I'm pretty happy with that result. Snobby was, pretty quiet. Again. I mean, Snobby is a good location because if you don't really want to find anybody, you get a decent amount of loot and you'll be prepared for endgame, and nobody really wants to go there, so you'll have a pretty good chance of winning if you go Snobby, in my opinion. I don't like to show bot kills, but this is a prime example of the problem with the ARs. Either no bullets hit or all of your bullets hit. It's kind of a problem in my opinion. Was able to get the toe shot on this guy. I think he was pretty scared. Oh yeah, I was able to shank him. Other guy came in, box fighting is my weakness, so this wasn't really going well, especially because I have an automobile in my fucking box. Yeah, my heart was beating pretty intensely. I mean, I was just running around my box and this guy was trying to, you know, pressure me. I don't know what the plan was with the smoke grenade. I have no idea because I think he couldn't see me if, you know, he was in the smoke grenade too. I have no idea. Anyway, I was able to run. If I stood in that fight longer, I definitely would have died. Skipping to my death, this is why you should check places for traps. Only kills I freaking have are bot kills and I'm not showing them. Ran into Tilted where I saw these two people fighting and I was able to get one low, the other guy finished him. I don't think this guy has headphones, else he would have heard me. I'll just skip to near my death. This guy sniped me and I was trying to hit a rocket launcher on him. He was pretty low though. Yeah, like I said, near my death. Game 10 is labeled appropriately. Quick kill here, to say the least. Blink, you might miss it. Or, yeah. We have another one here, as this guy tries to crank, and I kill him. Ran to Tilted, found nobody. You know, sometimes I do just like to run around the Fortnite map, you know? Even when I'm on low graphics. Anyway, got sniped or sprayed by a AR. I was able to get on top of the trees here and get some high ground, but it doesn't really go anywhere to say the least. Tried getting in on the action and you can tell how well that went. Went up on the back of the hill to try and sneak up on this guy. As you see here, I am slowly approaching him. He's still in there, but I fell down. I was able to get somewhat of surprise, but it didn't really do much damage. Another guy tried joining in on the action. I shot him down. And using my last heal, unfortunately, it's looked like it's gonna be that other game I had. Close death experience here. Somehow, I was able to kill that guy. I really don't know how, but he didn't have any heals, and it's a Storm of 10 tick, which means I'm probably screwed. I tried pressuring on, but he had layers of builds, and I didn't have the health to survive. With my belly full of loot, I ran away from Snobby in game 11, which was pretty peaceful. Nobody was really there, and it's top 13, so yeah. It's crazy how it's basically top 5 in this huge ass circle. Like, look at this circle. Was camping near Shifty where I saw this guy just building for no reason. I don't know what he was doing. Practicing? I don't know. Nevertheless, he lagged out, so I basically just killed him. What else do you want me to do? Let him live? You'll probably win the game. It's top 3 and I'm in this house now, and I might as well place a trap. Maybe it'll get someone. I don't know. Stood in the house waiting for my time to shine while 2 people are spectating me. Just sitting in my house when some guy came in for safety. He got hit with the trap and then he ran upstairs and I ended him for it. It's now a 1v1. Went to shoot down this build, which as you can see I did, but I didn't notice he had sniper glare, and yeah, he sniped me. Oh well. Was that Snobby where I started fighting this guy. Me and him were duking it out for a while. We were fighting for such a long time he hid in the house because he was pretty low, and eventually he died the storm. Yeah, he knew he was cooked, so I pretty much just shot down his traps because he was hoping that I would, you know, run into his traps and I would die. In tilted now, just waiting for someone to show themselves so I could triple burst them. Absolute terrible mistake to run out. I was able to get away. My piece didn't last long. Now I'm fighting a player. Just couldn't hit any of my shots here, and when I did, it was a weak shot too. Like, that's not strong at all. Shotguns are so inconsistent. Sometimes you hit weak shots, and sometimes you hit very strong shots. If I hit strong shots, this guy would have been dead. Oh well, I don't last long anyway. I got cooked by this guy. New starter pack skin. Game was pretty boring because all my opponents were bots, and now I'm just going to skip to the final 5, and me and this guy are duking it out right now. We both got caught up in Storm, and that's pretty much going to lead to the downfall here, you'll see. I was able to get out of Storm, but I'm on 20 HP, and yeah, endgame situation, that's not a good HP level to be at. Tried running around to find a medkit, couldn't find one. Yeah, it's pretty scary. I'm literally one tap with the burst. Going down here, there wasn't any heals. And now it's a 1 versus 1. I'm just gonna show to death. The fight is pretty uninteresting. Maybe shouldn't have flipped that ramp. Dropping into a sunset game 14. Found this guy at the second north house here. We pretty much just did race and chase throughout the entire house, and he was kind of cowering the entire time. I can't blame him. I think I would too. I don't even want to show my death. It is actually entirely embarrassing here. I should have went out the door. But what do? I stay in place and I get trap killed. This guy did not know what was coming. I dominated this guy pretty much the entire fight. I don't even know what his plan was. Went to Pleasant. It was pretty pleasant. Good thing I have visualized sound effects on, or else I would have never knew this guy was coming. Maybe if I did rocket launcher myself here, I probably could have killed this guy, but no, I'm a dumbass. Found this guy in the basement of my house, and he wasn't budging out of his hidey hole. And for too long, it's not going to end up well for you. I do want to show how absolutely bullshit the ARs are this season. They are not accurate, or they hit everything. It's actually absurd. Like, look at this, man. My crosshair is right on him, yet no shots hit, man. And I don't even remember the ARs being this bad back then. Snobby was boring, and I didn't find any action until I got to Greasy Grove, so here we are. Dude tried to run away. Too bad I'm ass at the game. Just trying to pick some people off right now. Just, you know, trying to dwindle the numbers. Dude below me, and I'm trying to expose him right now. He eventually started boxing his way in the circle, and I tried taking advantage of that. I'm on the high ground. He can't really shoot me. Pretty close to winning right here. If I landed that shot, he would have been dead. 17 damage on him. That's a lot of damage. Really close call to death here. I possibly could have died there. Just trying to play extra careful now. I don't have any heals in my bag. And oh, would you look at that? He accidentally mantled. Wow. If that guy didn't accidentally mantle, I would have not won that game. I'm going to put it that way. Left Snobby alive, game 18. Nothing interesting until I got to this guy, and he was pretty stubborn, to say the least. I just kept trying to pressure him, and I mean like pressure him, man. I wanted him dead. Lost high ground, and I probably should have tried to retake it, but I tried knocking down a structure instead, which doesn't go well. If you look quick enough, you'll see that some other guy came over to third party. So much is happening in the scene that I'm just gonna let the scene play. 19 was pretty quick. I think it's about time to tell you that this video was gonna originally be 100 drops. Yeah, around game 20, around here is kind of when I figured that if I do make this in 100 drops, I feel the video would just be pretty boring because I'd be skipping to the end game a lot because, you know, early game and mid game are usually pretty boring. I mean, I don't think I'll make a 100 drops video in OG mode until Season 4, latest by Season 5. I think the game right now is just way too slow for it to be, like, actually entertaining. And maybe it is entertaining for you, I have no idea. I have no idea if you like base gunplay or not, but to me, I think it'd be pretty boring. Especially because there's no action in the mid-game, and when you get into the mid-game, you'll probably find bots, which aren't entertaining at all. I mean, I think if there was no bots in OG mode, I definitely would have made this in 100 drops because all the games would be more entertaining. And I mean, plus, I was also getting pretty bored of playing OG Fortnite a lot, man. Like, I do like it more than Battle Royale because there's no overpowered gimmick items in it. It's more grounded gunplay, which I like, but Reload is also that, and Reload's more fun than, you know, OG because the ARs actually work, the shotguns are consistent, and a lot of more things. It's just a lot more action. And on a side note, I really think I will make it like a Reload 100 drops one day, but I'm gonna wait for some more updates until I actually do it. Or I'll wait for a season so horrible like Rex, and that's when I'll do it. Anyway, final circle, this guy's got height and a minigun, so the odds are in his favor. I tried to notify this guy to try and team on the guy that's, you know, up there, so we both have better chances of winning, you know? But in the end, I didn't even have to shoot him because he died to fall damage. Somehow. How do you fumble that badly? I mean, I probably shouldn't be talking. I, like, fumble all the fucking time. He came down to try and end me, which is a good play on my part. I'm pretty low, but I was able to one-pump him and win the game. That was a crazy win, if I'm being honest. I actually did not think I was going to win that game. I'm surprised I did. Mercy! Nothing interesting happened in Snobby. Like I said, just some bots and some looting. Top 5 and I'm getting into my first real player fight here. Look at that. Went to knock him down, but it didn't break. I don't know why. Eventually got the building to break and he fell to his death. Second player and it's already not going well. He has height on me now. If I hit this, it probably would have turned the tide of the entire war we had here. While trying to make an edit, he hit me for a crap ton of damage with his attack there. That's pretty damaging to me. Probably should have ran away to try and heal, but nah, I decided to stick in and try to go for him. He was really low though. 54 HP. You know, I kind of just love looking at the sunsets in OG mode. Just feels relaxing. Nobody in Snobby. Really nobody. Didn't find someone until I ran into this guy with top 24. Went to rush him, but he took a lot off of my HP here. It's even worse now. I was somehow able to clutch the fight. I don't know how. Ran the salty where things got pretty salty. Don't have any mats and I'm trying to pressure this guy as much as possible here. Was at least able to get one sneaky shot here on him. Too bad it's not enough damage. Almost died here. I'm not kidding. Almost. Another close encounter. And I went to heal and now I'm dead. We're almost done. Just this game and another game to go. Look at that. Nearly end of the game and I finally find somebody who's a real player. The guy in the box is the real player. Started to try and minigun, you know, put pressure. He's hiding behind that wall there. I should have taken the hint here that he was probably not in the box and probably behind it. I ramped up on him to try and scare him, but I noticed a sniper glare up there, so I started to try and shoot at that guy. Be quick, I don't want him sniping me. But remember, there was a player in that box and he gunned me down. Well, it's the final game, and if you've made it this far, I greatly appreciate you. Fun fact, this is the first bot kill I've shown in the video, and it's on the last game. I mean, I've got more bot kills in this entire 25 drops than I've killed real players. I think I've only killed like maybe 40 real players, I don't know. Like I've said, I don't show bot kills, they're just boring. Why would I include them? Little impulse play on this guy. I guarantee you if it was with the newer shotguns, it would have done like 150 maybe. Doesn't even look like his shotgun was pointing in my direction, but apparently it was. Unfortunately for me, I tried to go and ramp over him, but he phased through and killed me, ending the 25 drops. So, in the end, did I really improve at the game by dropping Snobby Shores 25 times? Well, I'll show you the stats here. Now, I can't really show improvement, really, because it's only 25 games. Are you really improving if you play 25 games? It's really only going to show if you play 100. So, I'll just show you my stats, and that's up to you to decide if I got better at the game. In my total amount of 25 games, I've accumulated 97 kills. And dividing that by 25 gets my kills per game, aka my average, of about 3.88, or 4, I guess if you want to round up. Then comes the placement. I had a total placement of 343. And my average placement between all these 25 games was 13th place, which I guess isn't bad. And finally, I'd like to ask for your support by subscribing and liking the video. It truly motivates me to do more of these, and honestly, I'd love to do more of these videos. I enjoy making them, and I think it's an amazing experience we could do. And if you could be so kind, please click my channel and watch my other videos. I make more of these. And with that, I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.